Greetings and welcome back. Now, last time I played Minecraft, I had a goal of making a strong foundation in my Minecraft world. The way we did that last episode was by making some pretty decent tools. So in this episode we're gonna tackle the other half of that problem, which is making a really good food source. Because I've been walking around eating berries, and I'm starting to get pretty tired of it. So, how do we fix the problem? Do we make a really large farm? Do we breed a bunch of cows and pigs? No, of course not. We're gonna automate the entire process. And the best way I like to automate it is by making a hoglin farm. A hoglin farm is a fully automatic farm that gives you cooked pork chops and a bunch of leather. Now I don't really need the leather, but I really need the pork chops. Of course we're not going to make a simple one. I'm going to make a portal-based farm. So, for that farm we're going to need a ton of obsidian and blocks. It's a pretty good thing there's a bunch of obsidian in the end. But before we do any of that, I'm gonna need a way to access where I'm gonna build the farm. Because of course I'm gonna build it on the Nether roof. We don't have to spawn-proof anything up there. So, let's head to our main Nether portal. Nice, now we're at the main portal. Let's just build up right here. Let's see if we can find the highest place. 124. Don't think that's close to the highest block. That's 126. We are looking for 127. Oh, there we go. 127. So this is where we need to go up. Ender pearl. Nice. Now the block we need to destroy is this one. Let's see if we can get this first try. Should be something like this. Like this. Well, I only have one try at this, so let's hope I get it first try. All right. Let's give it a shot. All right. Yeah, first try. Now I'm gonna make a new main portal up here, so we don't have to climb the ladder each time. There we go. Alright, now we have a portal on the Nether roof. I also went and linked the end portal to the roof as well, as you can see right over there. Now that we're on the roof, the next step is just to gather the resources for the hoglin farm. We're also gonna need to find the biome to place it in. The hoglin farm needs to be built in a crimson forest. And I'm gonna need to find a crimson forest pretty far from here, because I'm planning to build something pretty large right here, so you guys can be excited for that. I'm pretty excited for that as well. Anyway, let's go gather some resources. Alright, we're back in the end. Now the resource we're gonna need the most of is obviously obsidian. Now I'm not really gonna need like a crazy amount, but I'm gonna need quite a lot. So anyway, let's start mining some obsidian. Now, while the time lapse is running, I thought we could talk about why I'm making such a big hoglin farm. Also, quick side tangent first. In the first clip you can see me going pretty slow. That's because I didn't have efficiency 5 on my pickaxe. So I went back and got that, because there's no way I'm mining this much obsidian without efficiency 5. Also another side tangent, watching me dig down these pillars is pretty funny in the time lapse. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. The reason I'm building such a big farm and not just like a small one, and a small one would probably be sufficient, is it's pretty satisfying having just a large farm that's gonna make all the food you need in like 2 minutes. Alright, back from mining the obsidian. Now I'd say we got a pretty decent amount. This should probably be enough, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let's go get the other stuff we need. Alright, now I've brought most of the resources to the roof. And I've gathered some of the other resources to build the farm. Now I didn't time-lapse it, because how fun is it watching someone get 15 stacks of glowstone? Anyway, we just need one more thing to build the farm, and that is glass. We need a lot of glass. I mean, not as much as obsidian and the other stuff, but we still need a lot of glass. So, let's get going. Alright, I'm at the beach. Let's get some sand. Alright, my shovel is almost done, but I think we have enough sand. Let's go smelting it. Alright, in you go. Alright, and there we have enough glass. Let's get this to the nether roof and start building the farm. Alright, back in the nether. Let's find a suitable spot to build the farm. Alright, we found the right biome. Now let's bring all the stuff over and start building the farm. Alright, first layer complete. Now we just need to build 11 more. Well, while building I figured out I didn't get as much obsidian as I needed. So I'm gonna have to go back and mine some more obsidian. I'll be back when I've done that. Alright, I've gathered the rest of the materials. Let's continue building. Alright, the nether part of the farm is complete. Now it's time to build the overworld part. So, let's first find where we're gonna build a portal. This should be the middle. Let's see. 23 point. Alright, it's the block I'm looking at. 23 and negative 578. Let's take those chords and make them overworld chords. So 184 and negative 4624. Alright, let's head to the overworld again. Alright, let's head to the overworld. Desert. Well, at least better than spawning in the ocean. Alright, let's go see where we need to build a portal. Alright, this is where we need to build a farm. So let's build up and place the portal. Alright, now we light the portal and we can continue building. Alright, with the drop tower completed, all we need to do is just get down from here. Whoa. Nailed it! Alright. Now it's time to build a collection system. I thought I should mention while I'm building this collection system, the hopper minecart unloaders, that's Ilmango's design. That's really all I wanted to say. Alright, the storage system is completed. Now, this is quite a basic storage system, but I was gonna make it more advanced, but I'm so tired of eating berries. I just need a proper food source. I am eventually gonna add sorters and like shulker loaders and stuff, but that's not gonna be in this episode. Anyway, let's head to the nether and light all the portals. Alright, time to light all the portals. Now I'm gonna try my hardest not to get absolutely clapped by the hoglins. So, let's go. Alright, farm is now lit up. Let's go to the overworld and see if it worked. Alright, I'd say that works. Let's see how much our little initial startup gave us. Like 40 steak. Alright, now we have a source of pork chop. Now I'm gonna go and AFK in the farm a little bit so I can stock up for the foreseeable future. Alright, let's AFK for like an hour and see what we get. Alright, let's check how much we got. Yeah, I say that's sufficient for a while. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna need to come back here anytime soon. Now, the original plan was to just end the video right there, but then I realized I haven't really built anything in this world. I've only built like farms, not like a house or something like that. So I thought that we could end the video by like making a pretty basic house. I think I'm just gonna build a house right here, right behind my little campfire. So yeah, let's build a little house. It's not gonna be anything grand, but you know, just a little small starter house. I didn't really have anything in mind while I was building this house. I just thought, yeah, just using some type of wood and some deep slate would look nice. And it ended up being quite a cozy little house. I didn't build any interior though, that's gonna have to wait. Nice, I've now built myself a small little house. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's like a massive build, but you know, it's a start. It's the first building I've built in this world. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.